Today I'm going to be showing you a lovely Goan sweet which is called Holle, and it looks like this. So these are jackfruit leaves and the inside is filled with some lovely goa jaggery, coconut and some other lovely ingredients, and it's a steam dish, so it's super healthy and it's really delicious. So before I start, family and friends, so let's head on to my kitchen and start with today's lovely recipe. So friends, let's start with today's beautiful recipe. Now let me take you through the ingredients. So here I have half a cup of chana dal, which I've soaked in 1 cup of water for 2 hours after washing it well under water. Now this is 1 cup of grated goa jaggery. Now this is how it looks for those of you who are not familiar with the goa jaggery. It comes in little pyramids like this. And it's really has a very different taste and it's really delicious. Now here I'm going to use about 10 jackfruit leaves for the quantity that I'm making. Now you have to wash the leaves really well and wipe them completely dry, and you have to also use very large leaves like this with a little bit of the stem. Aren't they lovely? Really fresh and nice. They've come all the way from Goa, thanks to Nilesh and Deepa again. Now here I have 1 teaspoon of cardamom powder. So I've used about 5 small pods of cardamom. 1 cup freshly grated coconut. So those are our main ingredients. So now let's begin with the recipe. So after I soaked the dal for about 2 hours, I'm now going to cook the dal in about 2 cups of water for 15 minutes till the dal is nice and soft. So you can test it after 15 minutes and just check. With a spoon, you should be able to easily mash up the dal like this. And now I'm just going to drain off all the excess water and keep it aside till it cools down. And then I'm just going to mash it up with my fingers because I want a kind of a coarse paste. I don't want a very fine, smooth paste. So you don't need to run this through the mixer. And then just transfer it to a bowl and set it aside. Now we're going to do the filling. We're going to prepare the filling. So now I've taken a pan, I've just heated up the pan. Now to the pan, I'm going to be adding about half cup of water, that is room temperature water. To that, I'm going to add the grated goa jaggery. And we're just going to stir this on a low to medium flame till all of this jaggery just, melts. So just keep stirring it. It will start to bubble a bit like this. But ensure that all of the jaggery is nicely, dissolved. Sorry for the steam that's coming onto my camera lens. Now once all of the jaggery is nice and dissolved, we're going to add our freshly grated coconut. Mix the coconut in really well. And now we're going to add our mashed up chana dal. So the chana dal, what it does, it adds to the body of the mixture, the filling, and it also helps to thicken the mixture as well as adding to the lovely taste. And now we're going to mix all of this together. We just have one more ingredient to add to make this even more delicious. So mix all of this really well together. Now you can always make the filling a day before you plan to make the holles. And now we're just going to add this lovely cardamom powder, which gives it a lovely taste as well as a lovely aroma too. So now we're going to just cook this on a very low to medium flame till it starts to thicken. So you will see in about 5 or 7 minutes, the mixture starts to thicken, and now you can put the flame off and our mixture is ready. So you can just transfer this to a bowl and set it aside. So this is our lovely filling or mixture all ready. Now we're going to work on preparing these beautiful cones made out of this lovely jackfruit leaves. It's a super simple process. So let me just take you through them. So I prepared some cones in advance and I said I'll just keep about 4 leaves to show you all the procedure. So now ensure that there are no holes or anything in the leaf. The leaf is nice and thick and fresh. Now just take it in this manner. So take the one without the stem and just put it towards the stem. And then you're just going to insert a small toothpick or a matchstick, something just to seal this up. So what I did is I took toothpicks, I just broke them up into 2 halves, and that's our cone already. I'll just show you a few more. So you can even prepare these cones and keep them on a particular day. Keep them in the refrigerator so that they don't discolor. Prepare your filling on one day, and then we can just prepare the remaining, and you can have these lovely holles whenever you feel like. And these leaves are so easy to work with because they're nice and thick, so they don't tear and they don't break. I was just waiting to show you all this recipe. All I needed were the jackfruit leaves and the goa jaggery. So now all our leaves are nice, and all our cones rather are all nice and prepared. So now we can work on the rice paste. So now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to add hot water. So to 1.5 cup of rice flour, it took me about 1 cup and a little more, about 2 or 3 tablespoons more of hot water. Now you're going to use hot water and you're going to mix this really well. First I mixed it with the spoon, but then I found using my fingers or my hands are much better because then you can feel the texture and you know whether you want to add more water. So you need this very thick kind of a paste. It should not be runny and it should not be too thick like a dough. Now in the meantime, I'm also preparing my steamer. So I filled it up with water, and now I've taken a damp kerchief, that is a men's handkerchief, just dampened it or wetted it under water, and I'm just placing it. I'm going to cover the lid and I'm going to keep it on a very low flame for about 5 minutes till the water in the steamer starts to boil and the steamer gets ready. So now we're going to line these cones. We're going to just wet our fingers a bit. It makes the work easier. Just dip your fingers in some water, regular temperature water, and we're going to apply the paste like this. So we don't want a very thick layer. We want a very thin layer. It's very easy to work with, guys. Don't worry. But just see that your paste is not very runny. If it is runny, then just add a little more of the rice flour and make your paste nice and thick like this. And then just apply it to a very, very thin layer to the sides like that, and you just smoothen it out with your fingers. The water does help to smoothen it out, and that's it. It's all ready. Now we're just going to add a little. Now all the rice flour has been added, so we're just going to add this lovely jaggery and coconut filling. You can add as little or as much as you like. Don't add it right up to the top. Keep about a little space on the top, because we're going to seal it again with the rice paste, because we're looking for a cone shaped lovely steam cake. And now just press the filling inside like this, and then just take a little bit of the paste again, wet your fingers, and then just apply it like this, and then just bring down the rest of the rice flour that's there and seal up the top of it so that the filling doesn't come out when we are steaming it. So I'll just show you one more, and also see that your steamer is ready. And then we're just going to place them on the steamer, on the cloth which we have dampened a bit in the steamer. Close the steamer up, and we're going to steam this for about 10 minutes and let the steamer cool completely before you open it. So here you can see that I'm placing it in my steamer, and I'm going to close up the steamer and keep it for 10 minutes. I always put a timer on my phone, that way I know that it's like 10 minutes. Then I keep it closed till it's nice and cool down. And here you can see the lovely holles are all ready. The color of the leaves have changed to a darker green. As you can see, the ones which are not steamed are light green, and once they are steamed, they change to a darker green color, or an olive green color rather. So in this way, they are all ready. Now they're nice and cool, and I can handle them. They were very hot initially, and now you just have to remove the toothpick like this, or the matchstick, whatever you've added, and then just demold it like this. It comes off very, very easily. So this has no oil, nothing. It's steamed, so it's so delicious and made out of really nice ingredients.
So guys, do try out this recipe. It's super easy and super delicious. And it's nice to have them nice and hot or warm. So if you're going to store them in your refrigerator, store them in an airtight container, and when you want to eat them, just heat them up in a steamer again or in your microwave. So I can see they easily come off. The leaf comes off very, very easily.
Thank you so much for watching today's recipe. Don't forget to click the like button that you see below. That really helps me out. And also, if you haven't subscribed yet, guys, subscribe to my channel, ring the bell, because that way whenever I put up a new video, you get a message for the same. And thank you for all of you who have been supporting Akshata's recipes throughout the years. Lots and lots of love to all of y'all. And I'll catch you soon in my next recipe, sooner than you think. This is Akshata saying bye with lots of love. Take care.